What's going on out there? World motivation, and this is going to be a series of a couple clips that are going to be put together into one video. So this particular video is about paying off my car. Whew. Almost a 5-year journey for this Honda Civic, but it's almost there. So I wanted to actually record the last step of the process. I do remember back in 2017 when I paid off my student line of credit, aka student loan. I wish I had it in video form so I can actually remember that experience, but I said, let me go ahead and record this, and hopefully this can help some people out there. So today is March the 27th, 2014. About earlier this morning, late morning, I made an additional payment on my car. So right now my remaining balance on the car is about $1,300 and something, and I got my tax refund. It was a small one, but a little bit over $800. So what I did was I threw $800 onto the car. So I wanted to capture this piece, and my goal is during April to knock it out, get it done. So the original payoff was supposed to be August, but I strongly believe that I can get it done in April. So this is the first part. Stay tuned for the follow-up parts on this journey of paying off my car. And as I'll reveal in later clips, it's bigger than paying off the car. Alright, what's going on out there, world? It is motivation. This is a continuation of the installment of my journey of debt payoff. So right now, same day when I made that extra payment, March 27th, 2024, but it's in the evening, and I just really wanted to actually to keep this as organic as possible. So you see me in my jacket. I just finished coming home from working my second shift, my part-time job, and actually this was my final shift. So there's different type of emotions I've been experiencing. I originally got this part-time job to help to expedite my debt payoff, and overall it's been a very positive experience. I've learned a lot. I've worked with a lot of cool people, and it's one of those things that I know I can actually go back and visit, and it'll be positive vibes. So I think that's a really good feeling to have at the end of this journey. So again, I just want to capture this whole journey, the different things that I had to do to really start making some tread and progress on this. And I didn't put this in the prior video, but it's not about trying to appear to be some type of superior being, or look at me, look at what I'm doing. It's not that at all. I just really wanted to be able to capture this, and all that I do is really hoping that it can maybe help some other person out there that's like, you know what, maybe I'll consider getting myself a part-time job for the short term, for some different financial objectives. So that's really what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna close this video off, but I'm definitely tired. It's maybe like 10, 20, 10, 15 around there. So it's definitely been a long day from the morning. But again, I do feel that it's been a positive experience. So stay tuned for what's next.
What's going on out there, world? So this is part 3 and of paying off my car, and right now I'm just parked waiting to get my tires changed. So I'm taking off the winters and putting on my spring, but today's date is April 5th 2024, and what I actually ended up doing in this case was I made a payment of $315. Excuse me. So from what I remember, the balance is or was like $520 or something like that. So I think we're down to the 2, so which is a great feeling. So again, every single payment I make until this vehicle is paid off is going to be documented. So here we go.
What's going on out there, world? So this is, I believe, my 3rd installment, 3rd or 4th, I can't remember, but it is actually April the 8th, the day of the solar eclipse. And feel free to write in the comments if you had a chance to actually check that out. So it is 10:05 p.m. But again, I just wanted to stick with the realness of this journey. So today I made my final payment on my Honda Civic, which was $216.20. So I submitted that payment in, and it should post by around Wednesday, which, you know, when you send these payments in, you're like, wow, this is the final one. And I think what I'm going to do is once I am done and everything is status quo with it being paid off and everything's in the clear, I'm going to just do one more conclusion installment of actually just my reflection on going through the whole experience. To be honest, I really hope I never have a car payment again. I've done it once, and I think for me that was enough. And the whole thing is really wanting to do things differently going forward. So really having that mindset of paying cash for a car next, not going in and buying a car and financing it, or having fever for a nicer car and then going ahead and financing it, but instead just really having the long game in mind and saying, okay, well, I may want this car, but I'm only going to get it when I have the funds to buy it cash. Or what can I do on the side? How can I figure out a way on how I can buy this car cash, but taking out credit and financing out of the whole equation. So that's going to be really my stance, but I definitely wanted just to record this video in terms of making that final payment. It just, I guess you feel like, whoa, it actually happened. I feel kind of, I don't even know what it is. Like, I just feel like, it's hard to even explain. I do feel relieved. I do feel lighter. I do feel clearer in the mind. And I think when I actually log in to the portal and see it as a zero balance, that will be the moment for me to say, wow, like, this is all done. But the big thing is what I've learned from this whole experience. So I think that is pretty much it. And I'll catch you in the next installment.
What's going on out there, world? It is Motivated Motivation, and as promised, I am here for the final installment video. And so today is April the 14th, 2024. I am not an FBI agent. It is super nice here today. I believe it's 20 degrees, very warm, and just actually wanted to record this final installment of my reflections after paying off my car. So I was actually just sitting here and I said, you know what, I could go ahead and record this when I'm back at home, but I just took down some notes on my phone and I said, you know what, it's beautiful. Let's just go ahead and record this out here. I'm actually just right across the street from a park, so it's beautiful. It's great to see so many cars out, people outdoors. This is one of those days where you really just don't want to be inside. You just really want to be able to be outside. So so here's my reflection. So I would say the big one is, and I only have one reflection. I know in other videos I may have 3 reflections, and maybe that's just too much. I think just one thought. And what my one thought would be is to consider how much interest you'll be paying when you take out a debt. So, for example, for this car, I don't have the paperwork on me, but when I originally signed up for it, it was a $18,000 loan over 5 years at 5.99%, and the total cost of borrowing would have been about $2,700. So I would say that's a good exercise to be really informed about your decision making. So when you're looking at buying a car or anything else, and if you do choose to finance it, to actually just use a calculator online and to see how much you're going to be paying with the total cost of borrowing. So I thought to myself, and I said, okay, $2,700. I paid off the car a little bit earlier, so it could be a little bit less, but nothing too significant. And when I really think about it, $2,700, you could really buy a lot. So I am someone that I'm actually into shoes, and you know, I could really step up my shoe game for $2,700, big time. That could be a couple J's, that could be some off-whites. Also, vacationing is something that I definitely enjoy as well too. Just being able to change the environment, go somewhere else, and just experience something different. And for $2,700, that could be a nice vacation for 2 somewhere, probably domestic. So somewhere, probably I'm in Canada, so somewhere in Canada, or somewhere in the States. But it could definitely do that. And I said, you know what, let me just look online and just see if $2,700, and it can, I knew that before that research, but the type of cars that can actually be purchased for $2,700. And there are many cars that can be purchased for $2,700, and I'll show those actually on the screen as well too. So it just really shows like the cost of borrowing to buy this car, in terms of that money which just went towards interest, what that could have been used for instead. So I am almost 5 years more mature from when I originally did this. I think if I was in a similar decision now, I definitely would do things differently. I think I would really aspire to buy a car cash, even if it wasn't the flyest one, but have a car cash and just engage in the process of delayed gratification, saving, and eventually be able to buy, just, you know, after a year, year and a half, 2 years, okay, I have a couple some more money, elevate, get a nicer car, and then just kind of rinse and repeat. So I would do it that way. I definitely wouldn't do it the way that I did, but I'm not going to beat myself up. This is what this life is about. It's about learning and growing. And the big reason that I did this video is I really just want to remind myself of this experience, and just remember it 5-10 years from now. And also for other people out there that could be 25 or 30 years old, maybe you finished school, you sacrificed, didn't really have a nice car in school, maybe took public transportation, and now you got that big job. And this is a time where you actually want to go ahead and treat yourself and buy a car on credit. And I hope this video will just give you some pause and just say, you know what, let me actually just pause for a moment and do some research. And if you decide that you're cool with it, you're cool with tolerating it, hey, it's cool, it's all good. But maybe there could be someone out there that would say, you know what, I may think twice about doing that, and that's also good as well too. So that's really it. So in totality, I did 4 different installments of actually the extra payments I made on the debt, and then this is like the wrap up, the conclusion, and this is it. So feel free to drop in the comments just your journey in terms of paying off debt, and especially car debt. And I should just put that disclaimer out there that I am not a financial advisor at all. I don't claim to be one. I'm just a dude that went through the journey on paying off my car, and I feel like getting on the other side that I have some insights and some reflections. So feel free to drop some comments in there, and if there's any way that I can help, by all means I will share my thoughts. And as well too, it would be super helpful if you could like this video, if you could also subscribe to my channel, and you know, if you know people out there that are maybe considering actually you know, financing a car, maybe they have a car right now, or any type of debt product, because I think the general themes from this series, so to speak, it really applies regardless, because it's really about having a focus, sacrifice, paying extra, doing all these types of things to get to this ultimate goal. So I think it really applies no matter what the circumstance is. So feel free to share it. I really just am aspiring and want this channel to grow. I think my next milestone is really to get that 1,000 subscribers, and also to get the 4,000 hours of watch time. So watch the video, watch it to the end. I'm just trying to get there, and to be honest, like, the content that I want to create is really, it's going to be positive, good vibes, stuff that I really hope that can help people out there. That's really what it's about. So I would greatly appreciate it, and that's it until the next one.